Today in this class, let us discuss about matter waves and uncertainty principle. Matter waves and uncertainty principle. This is the second unit of our syllabus. So, before going to the concept of matter waves, let us discuss about wave and particle duality of radiation. Wave and particle duality. Particle duality. Wave and particle duality of radiation. So, we know that particle is identified with its mass, velocity, momentum and energy. We can identify the particle with its mass, 2, velocity, 3, energy and momentum. Mass, velocity, momentum and energy. That means every particle possesses some mass. When it is displaced from one point to another point, it possesses velocity. The product of mass and velocity is called as momentum. When the moving particle is stopped, it gives energy. That means its kinetic energy is converted into some other type of energy. So, the material particle is identified with its mass, velocity, momentum and energy. Whereas the wave is identified with its frequency, wavelength, amplitude, intensity and phase of wave velocity. A wave is identified with its frequency, 1, frequency, 2, wavelength, 3, phase of velocity, and 4, intensity. Frequency, wavelength, phase of velocity, intensity and amplitude. So the particle is characterized by its mass, velocity, energy and momentum, whereas a wave is characterized by its frequency, wavelength, phase of velocity, intensity and amplitude. So here duality means the radiation behaves like a material particle in some cases, and it behaves like a wave in some cases. This is what is called as duality. As we learned in our second year physics, the concept of interference, diffraction, etc. can be explained on the basis of wave nature only, because the influence of two waves at a particle simultaneously results interference effect or diffraction effect, etc. If it is a particle, we cannot expect two particles simultaneously at a point. So, interference and diffraction are explained only on the basis of wave nature of light. But quantum theory, photoelectric effect or Compton effect, these are all explained on the basis of the particle nature of the light. Particle light is nothing but a light photon. A light photon behaves as if it is a particle. So, by treating it as a particle, and on the basis of the collision theory between the matter and the light particle, we can explain the Compton effect and photoelectric effect and quantum theory. So, light behaves as a wave in some experiments, and it behaves as a particle in some other experiments. This is what is called as duality. If it is a wave, then its particle nature is absent. If it is a particle, then its wave nature is absent. We cannot expect both the natures simultaneously in any experiment. It behaves as a wave or as a particle. So, the behavior of light, this type of behavior of light is called duality, So, now we are going to discuss about matter waves. Since light possesses dual nature, the material particles like electrons, protons, neutrons, etc., when they are in motion, they will also exhibit the wave properties. The moving particles like electron, proton and neutron will also exhibit wave properties. This is the de Broglie's hypothesis of matter waves. This is the de Broglie hypothesis of a matter wave. A material particle which is moving with a velocity v will exhibit a wave of wavelength lambda is equal to h by mv. Here lambda is the wavelength of the matter wave, h is the Planck's constant, m is the mass of the material particle, and v is its velocity. V is its velocity. This is also written as h by p. So, every material particle which is moving with a velocity v will exhibit wave properties. The wavelength of such a wave is given by lambda is equal to h by mv. This is the de Broglie's concept. So, the conclusions of de Broglie waves or de Broglie hypothesis are, since the universe is composed of light and the light, radiation and matter, and since nature loves symmetry, light possesses dual nature, so matter also possesses dual nature. So, wave or matter, these are the two modes through which the energy is propagating in the nature. Wave or matter, matter means material particle, are only two modes, two types, are only two modes through which the energy is propagated in nature. The universe is composed of light radiation and matter. Light radiation and matter. Since nature loves symmetry, light possesses duality, we can say that matter also possesses duality. That's why de Broglie proposed this concept of matter waves. Now, let us try to get an expression for the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave. Wavelength of de Broglie matter wave. Wavelength of de Broglie's matter wave. The wavelength of de Broglie's matter wave. According to the Planck's theory of radiation, we know that energy E is equal to h nu, that is equal to h c by lambda. C is the velocity of light and lambda is the wavelength. This is applicable for a wave whose frequency is nu. For particle, the energy E is equal to mc square according to Einstein. Here m is the mass of the particle and c is the velocity of light. So, comparing these two equations, we can write hc by lambda is equal to mc square or lambda is equal to hc by mc square. This is equal to h by mc. Lambda is equal to h by mc. Here m is the mass of the photon and c is its velocity. So, for a material particle which is moving with a velocity other than the velocity of light, for a material particle which is moving with a velocity v, then the wavelength associated with its matter wave or the wavelength of the wave exhibited by the moving particle can be written as lambda is equal to h by mv. Comparing these two equations, here c is the velocity of light because this is photon. Here v is the velocity of the material particle like electron or proton, neutron. M is the mass of the material particle. Here m is the mass of the photon. Since photon exhibits the wave nature with wavelength h by mc, the material particle will also exhibits a wave nature with wavelength lambda is equal to h by mv. Lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p. P is the momentum. So, in this way, we can easily understood, we can easily compare or we can easily assume a matter wave. So, what is a matter wave? Matter wave is the wave nature exhibited by the moving particle. If you feel that the moving particle is a wave, the material nature is absent. We cannot expect the material nature and the wave nature simultaneously. That means an electron having mass m which is moving with velocity v will behave like a wave whose wavelength is lambda, which is given by h by mv. An electron of mass m, when it is moving with velocity v, it exhibits wave properties with wavelength lambda is equal to h by mv, just like a light wave. Just like a light wave, the electron is also supposed to be treated as a wave when it is in motion. When it is in motion. So, we can write different expressions for the wavelength of the matter waves. In terms of kinetic energy, we know that kinetic energy E is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This is equal to half m square v square by m. This is equal to half m square v square by m or this is equal to half p square by m, half p square by m. Therefore p is equal to square root of 2m e, square root of 2m e. P is equal to square root of 2m e. Substituting this in the above equation, we can write lambda is equal to h by square root of 2me. Here E is the kinetic energy of the particle which is moving with a velocity v. Here E is the kinetic energy of the particle which is moving with a velocity v. The kinetic energy is nothing but half mv square. So the expression for de Broglie wavelength in terms of kinetic energy can be written as lambda is equal to h by square root of 2me. So this is one form of the wavelength. The wavelength of the matter wave is also expressed in terms of charge and potential. That means, in case of a charged particle, when it is moving, it also behaves like a wave. Electron itself is a charged particle, electron, proton. The charged particle also, when it is in motion, it also exhibits some wave nature. For that particle, the energy is given by E is equal to QV. The energy is given by E is equal to QV. Here, Q is the charge and V is the potential or potential difference which is applied on the charged particle. So, when the charged particle is subjected to a potential difference of V volts, when the charged particle is subjected to a potential difference of V volts, then the energy is, here the energy, nothing but the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is expressed as QV, where Q is the charge of the particle. This is by the definition of potential difference. This is from the definition of potential difference. Since E is equal to QV, we can write lambda is equal to h by square root of 2m QV. We can write lambda is equal to h by square root of 2m QV. 2m QV. h by square root of 2m QV. Here V is potential difference, not velocity. V is potential difference but not velocity. So, in case of charged particle, the wavelength of the matter wave is represented by the expression lambda is equal to h by square root of 2m QV. QV. That means the expression for lambda in terms of energy, it is h by square root of 2m E. The E is replaced with QV. Also, if the material particle is in thermal equilibrium at a temperature T, if the material particle is in thermal equilibrium at a temperature capital T. Material particle is the thermal equilibrium means the particle possesses some kinetic energy due to the temperature. Then if the temperature remains constant in some space, in some area, we can say that thermal equilibrium exists there, prevails there. In such a case, the kinetic energy of the material particle which is in thermal equilibrium is represented by E is equal to 3 by 2 kT. E is equal to 3 by 2 kT. Now, as we know that lambda is equal to h by square root of 2me, we can replace E with 3 by 2 kT. Now, lambda is equal to h by square root of 2m into 3 by 2 kT. That is nothing but h by square root of 3m kT. So, these three are the expressions for the wavelength of the matter waves. So, in the next class, we will discuss about the properties of the matter waves and Davis and Germer experiment.